Hello everyone, today I'll be presenting an introductory video for my GSoC project with BeagleBoard.org. My name is Faiz Weri and this project is mentored by Jason Kridner, Aryan Nanda and Kumar Abhishek. So let me begin by introducing myself further. I'm a student of Industrial IT and Automation at INSEAD in Tunis. I'm primarily a robotics enthusiast and over the time I've developed a deep interest in how AI agents and large language models are transforming the world. So this led me to merge both passions, robotics and AI, to see what innovative possibilities arise from their intersection. Well, as many of us know, troubleshooting hardware can be very challenging, especially for new contributors. That's why I found it meaningful to apply my knowledge to build an AI system that helps to write the code, troubleshoot effectively, and ultimately enhances the onboarding experience for new contributors to BeagleBoard. So what is BeagleMind? BeagleMind is essentially a hosted language model powered by BeagleBoard documentation, where users and contributors will be able to access it either through a web interface or a command line interface. I've also broken down the project into 4 major goals: fine-tune a lightweight LLM, implement retrieval-augmented generation, and deploy via Hugging Face inference endpoints, and eventually develop both the web and CLI interfaces. And step 1 is the fine-tuning of the model. We'll start by fine-tuning a lightweight model with semantic segmentation of technical documentation. We'll generate question-answer pairs to form the training dataset and leverage code samples from the documentation. And to do this effectively, we'll be using techniques such as parameter-efficient fine-tuning, PEVT, low-rank adaptation, LoRa, and we'll be using quantization techniques with the Ansloth library. Step 2 will feature retrieval-augmented generation, and the goal here is to reduce hallucinations and improve accuracy of responses. This step will involve document processing to collect metadata and code samples, vector retrieval using embedding models, and response generation using search algorithms and potentially knowledge graphs for enhanced precision. Step 3, the deployment. Once the model and RAG system are stable, we'll deploy the solution using Hugging Face inference endpoints, managing load balancing, API access, and rate limits. I'll also conduct performance evaluation and explore a novel evaluation approach called agentic evaluation. And step 4, the user interfaces. After successful deployment, we'll focus on building a web interface and a CLI. From a contributor perspective, the CLI will generate code scripts, review, optimize the code scripts generated, suggest wiring diagrams, and help diagnose the issues using error logs. And the web app will allow users to submit prompts and receive well-structured responses completed with references to relevant documentation and code examples. And now I'd love to share with you a short demo where I've prepared a short proof of concept of the code generation feature. In this prototype, I developed a RAG chatbot fed with the documentation from the GitHub repo of BeagleBoard. This content is stored in a Melville's vector store, and I built a CLI that can, for example, generate a blinking LED script. And it's currently using open source LLM, but it will be replaced eventually with a fine-tuned model later. So, the RAG system is already functioning effectively. So in this demo, as you can see, it generates both shell script and Python script and persists them in the directory of the user. And if you want to compare, you can take a snippet from this code generated and compare it to the documentation, and you can see the accuracy behind it. So let's continue the presentation. And now let's talk about the development process. Split into 2 main phases. Phase 1, the core functionality, where we'll be fine-tuning the RAG and we'll be deploying it. And phase 2 will feature the development of the user interfaces, where the CLI will be tested and maintained directly on a BeagleY AI hardware. So the project brings key benefits to BeagleBoard contributors by offering faster debugging, improved onboarding experience, and 24/7 intelligent documentation assistance. Stay tuned on the forum for updates throughout the summer, and thank you for your attention.